Welcome to the second video in this series. My character, if, let's see, does not say it here. Does it say it here? Do I have a character information anywhere? If there is, I forgot how to get to it. Not there, not skills, not magic. Yeah, I forgot how. There goes Alduin. Goodbye. Bleak Falls Barrow over there. I have been attacked by enemies on this road because of some of the mods that I have installed. I'm not going to follow Ralof. Normally I do. If you're familiar with Skyrim, you may notice that I have a mod that changes the way that Ralof looks. Same with Hadvar. And so I'm just going to go take off on my own because if you really want to know what he says, play the game, walk with him.
Probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Also, I do have Skyrim flora overhaul, so there's a lot more in the way of foliage along here than there is normally. Dude! Shut up! There is a modded house over here. I'm gonna run over here because that may give him a chance to go away. This house, I just want to get it on my map as found. No. But this house, I forgot where. There is an NPC somewhere, possibly at the College of Winterhold, who his master owns this house. And his master went missing. He hasn't been able to find him, so he gives you the key to investigate what happened to his master. I will have to do the College of Winterhold quest because there are some really integral things for this character's build, and you have to get through the College of Winterhold quest line and do access the Atronach Forge in order to create the spells that would really help this character's build. If there's any visual stuttering on the screen, that is because Skyrim Flora Overhaul and the other visual mods that I have installed are a little bit overpowering. I have another one installed. I can't remember the exact name of it. Ordinator redoes my perks. I have Apocalypse Spells of Skyrim. There is another one that starts with an A, and it redoes all the standing stones. So instead of just gaining additional experience in mage skills, the mage also casts more effective spells and scrolls, and if I find all of the mage stones in the game, then it gives me a third ability for each of the stones, depending on which one I pick. So I'm taking this one to earn the extra experience. There's also this Dragonstone, which I don't know if that's added in by one of those mods, or if that's added in by a different mod, but you can spend 10 Dragon Souls to purchase a perk. Late game right there. Or you have the Dragon Souls to attributes. I believe these are default settings, but maybe not. Basically, if you spend 1 Dragon Soul, you get 10 attributes. So if you pick health, you get 10 health. You pick magic, you get 10 magicka, or you pick perks, you get 1 perk per soul. This respec attributes thing down here, I have not I've not played with it. I tried once on a character when I first installed the mod. I was able to remove stats. I was never able to put them back in. So basically, I lost my stats. They were just plain gone. And I have to configure TK dodge. Apparently that doesn't carry over from one character to another, because TK dodge has a default key which is left alt. I bind that to right alt because left alt is also run, and it is annoying as hell to have it roll when you need to run. Stamina is low. One of the mods that I have makes it so that if you're out of stamina, you take more damage. You also recover health slower. So for a melee character that relies on stamina, that could be a really bad thing. Oops. No. took all the magicka. Apparently my familiar is terrible. Also, it occurs to me that I put that point into my health, but I did not actually use the perk. So if I go into Conjuration, notice all these extra abilities thanks to Ordinator. If I go into Conjuration, let's see, spells cost less and they last longer. Bone Collector here. 4 bone altars are marked on the map. At a bone altar, convert 1 of each bone into a skeleton warrior as long as you have all 11 types of bones on humanoid corpses. Skeletons do not count against your summon limit. Enemies can only temporarily defeat them. They last for a specific amount of time. And so you can basically go there and sacrifice a full skeleton worth of bones, and you'll have a undefeatable, semi-commandable follower during that period of time. Mystic Binding is for bound weapons. This one over here is summoned Daedra and non-undead minions. This here is for revived minions. Each of these lines does something, such as dual casting. Rat King could actually help me a lot as a Conjuration character. When entering combat, 3 skeevers enter my control. They can be raised, but they dissipate when combat ends, blah blah blah. So this line here, Mystic Binding, is for bound weapons. This line is for the skeletons that come out of the altar. This line is for reanimated undead, and this line is for summoned creatures like my familiar. I don't know if my familiar counts as Daedra, but they pretty much mention Daedra in all of these, Daedra or Atronachs, in pretty much everything along these lines. And illusion is kind of poor. You can see speech is at 25, conjuration is at 26, destruction 27, restoration 25, alteration 26. The background basically gave me plus 15 to each of the skills that I picked. So anything that's not at 25 or higher is a default skill. Everything else is one that I picked when setting my background. Alteration could be good also because I am going a pure unarmored character. This line, protection spells, makes me a lot stronger. This one, however, that is what I'm going to go with first. So I learned Okato's Recital, cast 1 spell for no cost every time I enter combat. The way that works is it's an alteration spell. It always goes in your right hand. Whatever spell you have in your left hand will be cast on you. So you cast Okato's Recital, which I need to recover first. When you cast Okato's Recital, it will memorize the spell in your left hand. Spell is stored. Now if I were to unequip that spell and cast it again, it would clear all stored spells. But I'm not going to worry about that. For whatever reason, it's not equipping sparks automatically. If you're in the spell's menu, it equips sparks into your right hand, but you have to actually click on it in this UI quick menu in order to put it in the right hand. So now every time, until I clear it, every time I enter combat, I will automatically get Oak Flesh cast upon me. The spell has to be a self-only spell, and it has to be non-concentration. And it also cannot be master level because you have to have Okato's Recital in your right hand in order to put it on. So basically, any novice through expert level spell that is self-only and non-concentration can be used in that way. Yeah, sure you did. So, I suppose I should go over here and do the thing where these people talk, but since I didn't come with him... Oh, there he is. They're going to do their little conversation thing. Probably want one of these. Put that away. Hide my hideous face inside this and my obviously non-Breton slanted eyes. I only say that because people in this game especially hate elves. And so, when you look like an elf, that's possibly a bad thing. Also, my robes are sticking through this cloak, and I don't like that, so maybe this one. Yeah, I don't like this cloak as much, but it doesn't have the clipping issue.
Ben drunk on the job again?
Pod, just come here.
Ralof,
Blah
what are you
blah,
doing here?
blah blah.
I'll be right down.
I think I will let them have their little conversation because it's forwarding their quest. Again, if you want to hear what they have to say, play the game. There might be something over here, don't know. Sometimes I find stuff at the base of the cliff, sometimes not. It is modded, and so when I do find something at the base of the cliff, it's because of the mods. Last couple times it's just been along here or down along over there. This is Castle Draco. It's not as good as some of the other house mods, castle mods, in my opinion. The hallways are really cramped. If you have followers that may not follow you into it properly. In the SSE version, he kind of eliminated the quest to become the owner. So there's, I think it still works, but you just plain go on it. You don't really get the cues to do it. This guy, however, is the main reason why I keep it in here. He's a really convenient location, and he has 10,756 gold for selling to. So he is like the king of the starter place, because you don't like walk into the Riverwood Trader and sell off a third of your equipment and have to continue carrying it when you go on your next quest. The drawback is that he doesn't really have that many good things to spend your money on, and I'm going to get rid of that because if I'm that low on stamina, there are bigger problems. So because I already know sparks, I'm going to sell that off so it's not weighing me down. I already read these 4 books. I would love to get rid of them, but I'm not going to. I'm going to find a way to store them, and then I will store them, because later on I will have a house mod and it will have room for a bunch of books, and at that point I would like to have a bunch of books and know that I've read them.
Take a look.
I forgot to see what he had. Mostly stuff that I sold him. Exactly, stuff that I sold him. And this. He had that. In his weapons, he will always have Castle Draco Sword, Lost Tiger Septum Bow of the Hunt. I think that's supposed to be Tiber Septum, because Emperor Tiber with a B, as in bow. That is a person in Tamrielic lore and history. And then Silver Sword of Slaying One Hand. I think that comes from a different mod and is put in his leveled list. I don't think that's actually part of Castle Draco. I don't think he... Okay. Yeah, what he comes with is Bandit's Journal and History of Castle Draco. They are expensive and they are part of the quest line. I think this one gives you the quest, and this one just tells you about the history of the castle. There is a way to get the key without doing the whole quest. I'm not going to show it. If you want to find out how, it's on YouTube. It's nice because you can get some things in here like Dragon's Tongue without having to go to the areas in the world where Dragon's Tongue grows. Same with Thistle and Deathbell all together in one place. You got Nightshade over here. So a lot of stuff that you could have to travel a long way for as an alchemist, you can just get, like spiky grass. Not the most common thing, but you can get it right here, lavender. So it's overall a really handy castle to have. They are probably done with their little talk. I would hope they are not requiring me to be nearby. I'm also hoping I can find boots of some quality over here at the Riverwood Trader. Is that what it's called? Because right now I'm running around in hobo shoes and hobo pants.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer.
Don't mind me.
Sorry you had to hear that. Yeah.
So
I don't know what you
whenever I make a character, I kind of give them a backstory in my brain. this character's backstory is that he took after his parent on the elven side a lot more. So he's kind of been the typical Dungeons and Dragons wizard, where they spend the majority of their early life taking the abuse of the people around them because they're scrawny, they don't they run out of spells real easily, they get beat up real easily. So he is a victim of a society that worships muscleheads, basically. Now looky, gear. That is all better than what I'm wearing, but it's also light armor. I'm intentionally running this character without armor because of the mage armor perks that will not take effect if you are wearing any light armor at all. That is nice, but I do not have 7,000 gold. Adds water breathing, 100% resistance to disease, armor rating by 230, conjuration spells and enchantments, and destruction spells and enchantments. That is like exactly what I'm running around doing right now, summoning a familiar and using shock. Circlet of the Dragon is shouts. Meh. So I'll narrow it down to this. Neophyte clothing. Decent, not too expensive. Mage robes. I might just keep going, see if I can find something else in Winterhold instead of that, but he will at least have spells. Clairvoyance, meh. Frostbite, basically ice version of shock. Raised zombie could be handy. That's going to be a lot stronger than my familiar, but because of Wildcat, that's one reason why my familiar, typically regarded as a somewhat overpowered at low levels spell, is dying on wolves. The wolves do extra damage. I'm not sure that the familiar does, but everything dies more easily. Oak Flesh I have, but because I learned it from my background, it doesn't show that I have read the book. If I pick a book up, it won't let me learn the spell. Lesser Ward, I picked healing instead of that, so I could buy it. Fury is good for scaling up your illusion if you want like deer to attack you, but otherwise not worth the money right now. Frostbite's about the only thing in here that's good, but I have shock, and except for draining someone's stamina, I would rather wait to find that somewhere else. So because there's not really anything of value on him, at least I got the quest. Typically, they want to send you after the thieves. Camilla is going to escort me out of town. I will probably have the exact same issue that I did last time, where NPC pathing is broken. I don't know if the pathing is broken because of mods to Riverwood. She's telling me to look up there at Bleak Falls Barrow somewhere. There? Oh no. Up the mountain. Oh, I think, yeah, that's it over there. So she's telling me to look up at that. But you get over here to this end of town, and it's either because I have a Riverwood rebuilt kind of mod where they add in extra stuff like the extra stuff in Alvor's blacksmith over there, or it's because of Castle Draco. But NPCs keep walking down here and getting stuck here. I had Recorder ride her horse into the corner and had to teleport to me without her horse. I have had Camilla, who I apparently outrun, and she's not moving any farther forward. She's talking to a horse. I've had her stop there. This video's almost over, being almost 20 minutes long, and she's almost done escorting me out of town. But there's some pretty severe graphical stuttering here, and it's not normal for me, especially in this area. Especially looking like right there, there should be hardly any stuttering, so I'm thinking there's something in the background that's really slowing me down. Yeah. Yep, see, there she goes. She's running off to the side, she's gonna get stuck down along the bridge. Not follow up here, not say her final words. So it's either the Riverwood mod that updates Riverwood that broke the pathing, or it's Castle Draco that broke the pathing. I think it's Riverwood because I installed Castle Draco before the Riverwood mod, and I'm pretty sure she still escorted me to the bridge. So I'm going to save here. I've not actually saved this character yet, It's all autosaves and quick saves. Ah, that's my name, Voland. And now I am going to end the video, exit the game, find out what is eating up my system resources, and then continue on from there. So, if you enjoyed the video, I'm going to Whiterun next as opposed to Bleak Falls Barrow because I want to see what there is in the shops over there and what there is on the court wizard. I forgot his name all of a sudden for all the times I've been over there. I don't know how I could forget his name. Farengar. Farengar Secret Fire. I'm going to see what he has because he also has a bunch of spells which will allow me to demonstrate the mod that limits how many spell books you can learn in a row. So, come back, see the next one, check out that mod. Mostly just going to run straight there, but probably going to have a couple fights on the way. There almost always are. And see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.